Hello, Washington County. We're back with another episode of 15 Minutes with Fuzz. I'm your host, Fuzz Martin, and each week we showcase something positive going on in our community. On this week's episode, I'm joined by Jennifer Gerhartz and Kristy Bishop, the president and vice president of Keys, Inc., an organization that provides scholarships for Kewaskum High School graduates. After a virtual year in 2020, the Keys Run is back on Sunday, October 10th, 2021. Just to start off the episode, I know I've talked about Jerry Gosa on the show before, and as his friend, I thought I'd mention that. Like the Wisconsin 9/11 Memorial, Jerry was very passionate about the Keys. In fact, I would say that Keys was always his first love, and that he was a big part of making sure that the Keys Run was well attended and well sponsored each and every year. He very much poured himself into whatever he was a part of, and for that, among many, many other things, he is missed. And with that, here's 15 minutes on the Keys Run with Jennifer Gerhartz and Kristy Bishop. Jennifer and Kristy, thank you for coming on, and let's talk a little bit about what Keys is before we get into the run and what that's all about.
Well, Keys is Kewaskum Youth Scholarships. It was started in 1985 to provide scholarships for graduates of Kewaskum High School. And our mission is to encourage our Kewaskum High School seniors to continue their education by providing college and technical college scholarships with the hope that these will stimulate academic and professional success among the graduating KHS students in our community. And I think for me, when I look at that, it's an opportunity for me to serve my community, working alongside individuals and businesses to provide opportunities for our youth.
So it's been around since 1985. How much has the Keys awarded in scholarships since then?
We have awarded over $2.5 million in scholarships.
Wow. That's a great asset to the Kewaskum School District and to the community. And again, helping students no matter what kind of schooling they're going into.
Yes. Yeah, we have opportunities for universities and technical colleges.
Now, if a student wanted to apply for a Keys scholarship, how could they go about doing that?
There is a link on the Kewaskum School District website that students would apply for those scholarships. In the scholarships, they ask different questions. First of all, we like to know, what are your plans? What do you want to go to school for? Where would you like to go to school? We also try to get to know them a little bit better by asking personal questions, such as, what activities have you been involved in during your school career? Also, we like to know, are you active in clubs? Are you active in sports? Because those take a lot of time and commitment. And that gives those students a lot of credit for all the dedication that they've put into it. So we analyze those applications, and then we eventually go through an interview process. Once we have all the data, we kind of rank the students, and then we are able to award the scholarships based on that.
How many students receive scholarships each year?
Is it in the 50s,
okay.
I believe.
Yes, this last year it was 57 students, and in a graduating class of, I'm not sure exactly of the number, but 160 to 180. So it's a very big portion.
Yeah, that's great. I have a daughter who's in West Bend West at the moment. I have a first grader in Kewaskum, but I have a daughter who's graduating West Bend West. And we're going through that whole scholarship and financial aid night is tonight and all that kind of stuff. So we're going through all of that, and I'm grateful for things like Keys and similar organizations that are helping students to further their career. And I just paid off my student loans this year, so I'm going to try to set my daughters up so they don't have to be 43 when they pay off their student loans. We have the Keys Run coming up, and how long has the Keys Run been going on?
This will be our 28th Keys Run.
Wow, and this is your biggest fundraiser of the year, right?
Yes, that's correct.
It's back this year. Last year, was it virtual last year?
Yes. Last year we did a virtual event, and people ran whatever day they chose to, sent in pictures. We put it on Facebook.
Sure.
But it was not an in-person event last year.
Yeah, we bought a T-shirt for our kindergartner at the time, and we did not run, but we did sport.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. How much does the annual 5K in a non-COVID year raise for the Keys on average?
22 to 24,000, but in the last few years, we've had a couple years where it was 29 and 30,000.
Wow.
And I will say our community is wonderful supporting the run. Last year, even with it being COVID and a virtual event, we had over 21,000.
Wow. Okay,
so
great.
it was wonderful to have that much support.
Yeah, I remember going through the parking lot to pick up the T-shirts, and it was a well-run machine of getting our shirts and getting through it, and it was packed with people, so just knowing that there was still all that support, even though it wasn't a physical big event run together, which was saying something for the community for sure. What is the course for the Keys Run? Where do we run?
Well, the run starts and finishes at Kewaskum High School, and it winds around just some community streets and a little bit on the Eisenbahn Trail and stays off the major roadways to avoid traffic.
What is the date and time for the event this year?
This year's 5K, we are having it held on October 10th, and it's going to start at 11 a.m.
Very good. And then is it a run and walk or just a run?
You know, for those diehards, it is a run. For most people, myself included, it would be more of a run/walk, have the kids race you, that kind of thing.
Sure. Is it a timed event then for the diehards?
Yep, it is timed. We are working with Tortoise and Hare. They are working with us, and it is a chip-timed event.
Okay. All right. Very good. That's not my style. My style is more of the run with the kids or try to keep up with the kids kind of piece.
Exactly.
But that's great. And then how many participants in a normal year, how many people participate in the run?
Generally 450 to 500, and it can depend a lot on weather to get that extra 50.
Sure.
You know, if it's raining, it's not going to be that many, but we've been very fortunate with our weather.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it stays like it has been the last couple of weekends.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody wants to sign up. How much is it, and what is the deadline to get signed up?
If you register, registration is open right now. If you register now, you would pay $25 to participate in the event. That registration is open until midnight, October 1st. After that, we are going to keep the registration open, but we do increase the price a little bit. So it'll be $30, and that runs all the way through race morning. Always
an important topic. Is there a T-shirt for the Keys Run this year?
We do have a T-shirt every year. This year, our T-shirt is to help commemorate Jerry and to honor all of his years of service. And so we have a shirt that we printed in Badger Red, which is something he always wanted us to do. And so we're doing that for him, and it includes a silhouette of him high-fiving a young runner. So it seems to encapsulate him and the work he did.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's a fitting tribute, and I'm sure he'd be proud. I will certainly be signing up, at least just for the shirt. We'll see if I run or not, or walk briskly. If somebody wants to register for the event, where do they go to do that?
You can go to our website, keys-scholarships.org, or you can go directly to runsignup.com and search under Keys.
Okay, very good. Aside from runners, do you need any other help or volunteers for the event?
You know what we really need is people to sign up and be there. We have a lot of volunteers. If somebody is interested in volunteering, we would certainly find a place to plug you in.
Really getting feet on the street is what we really need in terms of getting people registered to help support the Keys organization and to help raise those funds. And the more people, the more fun it's going to be, and the more money we'll raise for Kewaskum students.
It is, and it's a fun community event. It's families, there are serious racers, but there are many just great community supporters. And there are other ways to support. This year we have, Roundup for Keys at the Kewaskum Piggly Wiggly, Geidel's Piggly Wiggly, and we have the Fuel It Forward at the BP in Kewaskum. Those are great community ways you can also support Kewaskum Youth Scholarships.
What other things are going on during the actual race itself?
After the race is completed, we are offering, through our Kewaskum Booster Club, they're going to go ahead and open up their concession stands. So people can grab snacks, grab a little light lunch before they head off to explore their day. So again, that's from the Booster Club in Kewaskum.
And then does Keys do any other events throughout the year, or is the run the big one?
The run is our biggest event, but we also have done a Christmas concert for many years, and that features the Kewaskum Big Band, and also the Ecumen will be performing.
Any other info in terms of weather?
If people are concerned about gathering in large groups, they can still register and we will accommodate them to run virtually. They can send in their pictures. However, unfortunately, they won't be in the awards with that, but we'd love to have your support either way.
Sure. Sounds good. I know with that timing chip that, to be fair to those who are running with the timers, got to make sure that everything's scientific.
Correct.
And I know how competitive some of you runners can be because we have a number of them here at my office and they're rabid. If it does rain, and it's not going to rain, I'm knocking on the desk right now.
Nope, it's not going to rain.
It's not going to rain.
We've always held it rain or shine.
Okay.
And the only accommodation is that we move the award ceremony inside. So one of the unique things I think about our run, as it's really geared towards kids, and that's our focus, we have a lot of age categories for young runners. We have an age category for kids 1 to 7, for 8-year-olds, for 9-year-olds, for 10-year-olds, for 11-year-olds, for 12-year-olds, for 13-year-olds, 14 and 15, 16 and 17. And so in that, there's a lot of kids who come in and run and get a medal, get excited about doing it again. So that's something that I think is different about the Keys Run that's very youth-focused and fun.
Well, we'll check that out. The website again is keys-scholarships.org.
Yes.
Or again, that website is
runsignup.com.
Okay, and then
search under Keys.
Anything else that we should know about?
We'd love to have you there.
All right, very good.
We've been working really hard this year to make sure that it is a fun event, especially coming off the year off. And we're excited. We're motivated. We're ready.
Well, we thank you for what you do for our students and the community. It's very important that we have an organization like this in Kewaskum here in Washington County. And Jennifer and Kristy, we appreciate you coming on the show today. And good luck with the Keys Run.
Thank you.
And thanks for having us.
You're very welcome. If you enjoy the show, please subscribe on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. It's free, and I release new episodes every Monday morning at midnight. You can also follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at 15 with Fuzz, or visit 15withfuzz.com. Reach out if you've got an idea for an episode. In fact, next week's episode will be from a listener suggestion. Looking forward to listening to that. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll talk to you again next week on 15 Minutes with Fuzz.